Hey, how's it going? I appreciate you tuning in today. I had a wonderful experience last week. I was able to head up to DC and tour the Vari desk, now known as Vari. I was able to tour their facility, tour one of their headquarters. Megan was absolutely fantastic. She's one of their sales reps. She gave us a tour around the facility, showed us some of their products, told us a little bit more about what they're about and how Vari can actually help the business person achieve a more overall wellness, better posture, and do things to really improve their work life or their home life as they're working from home right now. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you get a lot of value from it.
I should tell you a little bit about Vari, a little bit more, and then a little bit about myself. So my name is Megan Gonska. I've been in the furniture industry for almost 10 years, coming in 10 years, so like 2 years away from my decade in the industry. So I've worked alongside many businesses, and I'm happy to come to Vari because we have a different model than the traditional furniture industry. And it all started with this thing over here. That is the one of the original desktop converter models. So years have gone by and the converters have they've kind of accelerated us tenfold. They're so popular and people are happy to have an option that we can now fully furnish an entire office. So do you want to see some of the product absolutely. Beyond the converters?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay, would love some feedback on what you think, where you might see some value in it. So these are just a couple of our soft seating options. All of the Vari product is built on flexibility, so that can work in a home office or a regular office. When CEOs think about growth, especially during the pandemic, we're not really sure what next year brings. So nobody could have seen this coming, but Jason McCann always felt that flexibility is going to be key. Being able to grow fast, shrink if you need to, move things around at home or at work. And now that the pandemic has hit and we are not sure how long it's going to go on and what work-life balance is after it, Vari really couldn't be better positioned. Yeah. Our stuff is meant to grow with you as a company or an individual. Here's a couple of our soft seating options here. Very ergonomic, very nice. These are kind of lounge breakout areas. So employees can gather and they're given a second option rather than just staying at their desk. Super comfortable, and it gives employees and individuals a chance to get away from their normal work environment. So then this may not be applicable to like your client's home office, but maybe in their work office. This is our telephone booth. And here it gives you a chance to kind of close off, have some privacy, really put your head down and focus and make some phone calls. And then you'll appreciate this, our active seat there.
Oh, wow.
So while I'm sitting, it engages my core. It's really, in my opinion, really only an hour use type thing.
Correct.
We don't recommend it for long periods of time.
It's got that motion for more stabilization.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. And this is nice as well with the air. This is something that having at home, especially, one of the things I found whenever I started working from home with my business is there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
Dogs barking and things like that. So having something like this, kind of soundproof, kind of cut you off from everything. Having the air is nice. When you first showed it to me, I was like,
oh,
that's going to be hot.
Yeah.
You've got the air in here. That's very nice.
Yeah, and it really, I find it kind of soothing to be in there for an hour or so.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know.
I do like the active seat. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. I find it a good option. I'm pretty active myself, so I know I'm doing something rather than just sitting when I'm on the active seat. At least I'm working my core. So Vari they encourage a healthy work-life balance, that sort of thing, but also their employees being healthy. Yes. And the employees we work with being healthy, so that's why that active seat exists. So the active seat's going to be $250.
$250. That's not bad at all.
And they're commercial grade. All of our products are commercial grade, meant to last.
Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful. having something like that as an alternative, especially working from home or, you know, at your desk at work, having something to where you could be able to activate your core, continue to strengthen those supportive muscles that you would normally let lax as you sit and slouch in the desk. That's going to take a lot of that off of you. So, yeah, that's something I would definitely recommend.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's go see a typical office. Okay, so here's a typical home setup or an office setup. Okay, so here's our L-shaped desk. You've got 4 adjustable height settings here. Goes up and down so they can adjust at their comfort level. You can program it right in there for them.
Wow.
So they can just hit 2, and that will go fully down. No, I don't think you'll work that well, but you know. And then I'll go back up, and it has automatic stop. So if they have kids at home, if they're home, if something gets in the way, there's a safety on it.
Wow.
And then our monitor arm here. So if they don't have the laptop riser and they're working with a monitor and keyboard, you're able to lift and adjust it as needed. We have 2D and 3D monitor arms. And you can marry your height adjustable desk with the standing desk to create an L. All of this can be moved around our pedestal and repositioned at any time. And then this is our student desk. So if you're working with families and the kids are from home for the next foreseeable future, we do have a student option. It is height adjustable.
Oh, I've not seen this one.
It's brand new. This team is going to go up. And we developed this with Texas A&M University. A doctor there helped us do a study on why the standing option for students is just as important for adults. And I know you may be able to quote some of the studies better than me, but it showed a link between a lower BMI if you give them the option to stand.
So one of the things that I usually do with my clients is we try to find your RMR and your BMR, which is your resting metabolic rate and your basal metabolic rate.
Okay.
And this is going to tell you how many calories you burn in a day, so that you know how much you need to be eating. And one of the tests that we do determines how much calories you burn just in your daily activities. And if you spend 8 hours sitting versus 4 hours sitting, 4 hours standing, the change that it makes it seems insignificant because it's only 200 to 250 calories. Well, if you're watching calories, 250 calories is a lot.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That's so much. If you can help them unlock, you know, that extra little bit, that's like huge. So then this is a K through 12 product too, mostly. It is a stability bar as well. So the kids, you know, that's always a safety concern.
Yeah.
Very stable, it's not going to tip over right under the surface. And then our task chair with the headrest too. You have adjustable arms, you've got the seat lock on the bottom, and you've got the ergonomic aspect to it as well. So if you wanted to go ahead, I could move this out of the way, give that a try.
I do see that it's got more lumbar support than most desks I see. This is a breathable mesh.
Exactly.
Very nice. Oh, wow. Yeah,
how's it feel?
Oh, that's perfect. The way that supports you.
And it's in stock.
Currently run.
Yep, let me get that for you right now. $295. So if you like go to the Healthy Back store, some of those chairs in there are like $1,000.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And I've used some of those chairs that can range up to $3,000, and I can honestly say this is just as comfortable, if not more comfortable, because I haven't had none support my shoulders the way that this did. One of the cheapest computer chairs that you can get for your home office right now at Walmart is going to run you $150. So this is very comparable as far as price, but the quality of this is comparable to the very high-end options.
Yep, they're great. And they're in stock and ready to ship.
Wonderful.
So you don't have, there's no lead time, no 6-week lead time, nothing like that.
Wonderful.
Okay, let's move on. And then in here, guest chairs, and then the same thing we saw in the other room. You have the height adjustable desk that you're familiar with here, 4 programmable heights, and then they just come in different colors. And that same task chair. We also have the active mats. Super, super important when standing for a long period of time. Business Insider just named our mats, I hope I'm quoting the right source, the best in the business.
Wow. Okay.
So here you have the same height adjustable desks, we popped the standing table in the middle for distance and the privacy screen on the side. But one of my favorite things right here, which is why I picked this desk, is this active mat here, which gives you the opportunity to swing your leg. So when I first saw the product, I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Now, I'm telling you, I pick this all the time because I can never stand still.
Yeah.
And I'm a dance teacher, so at night sometimes I'll teach for 3 hours. I'll be sore the next day at work, and this really helps my calves.
I mean, I can imagine, you know, most days whenever you stand up to go to lunch, your legs are so sore. You've got to take that moment to really stretch them out. I imagine that keeps blood flow going a lot. One of the things that you'll notice with a lot of people who set is, especially men, you'll start noticing loss of leg hair down in your calves, which is actually a sign of low blood flow, low circulation. So something like that would be very beneficial to help to kind of counteract that and keep the blood flow going through your lower extremities.
So if in a pod, we do work together. The power beams in the center are bringing power to each standing desk. So everybody here has a privacy screen. We're 6 feet away, distance-wise. We've got a privacy screen in the center that we can have the little holes here to stick our cork boards and photos, really make it feel like home, and still get that active setting. So all sit to stand.
So all of these products, the Vari products, the
all of it.
everything. Yeah, so this is just super simple. You know, there's not any drilling that you have to do. It's very simple. You just clamp this on. These pop in, and these look completely customizable as far as where you want your cork board and everything.
Now, in a traditional furniture manufacturer, to be able to do something like this would be very difficult. They have different widths of the desks here, so you could get like 1 3/16, 1 9/16. If you miss one letter when you're picking your product, this clamp may not work. So it's very stressful. We are not meant to be that way. Easy to do. You're going to get your standing desk, your height adjustable desk, and the clamp works right on the work surface. There's not 30 clamps, and it's one price. It doesn't matter how much volume you do, it's not going to fluctuate. So really accessible and easy to use. You can go right on our website, and the price is there. If you work with like a regular manufacturer that's mainstream, I guess, there are a million prices and they're in books this thick. Jason had the vision to know there's got to be a better way. And then over here is our quick flex wall fibers. These are my favorite because we talked about flexibility, not knowing what the future holds. You can create an office in an hour, less than an hour. These take about 4 minutes to put up each. They don't require permitting. 2 people can do them together. So in an hour, you could have your own private office.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing like these on the market. It's my favorite Vari product.
So this is perfect, especially right now. You know, as people start returning to work, if you had sort of a open office sort of setting, pop these up, you maintain social distance, you kind of keep to yourself. Yeah, so I think this is going to be a very, very popular product as people start returning to the workplace.
Absolutely. So it started with the privacy screens, and I think everybody kind of latched onto that as a quick, affordable way to maintain distance-based design. Well, the privacy screens really don't do much besides protect one desk from another desk.
Right.
So what we're finding is employees are feeling much safer with a product like this.
Yes.
It's actually a high barrier. They're in their own office, but they're still accessible. And the company's not investing a huge amount of cost that they don't know if it will be the same in a year. So we're finding they buy quite a bit of these quick flex walls and use them as they need.
And so each one of these walls is its own piece.
Yes.
So you can add or take away.
Exactly.
What you need.
And we do have the door. This you can specify a door.
And just from when you went in there, it sounds like even though the ceiling is open, it sounds like it was still pretty soundproof.
Exactly. And the Vari headquarters only has these quick flex walls, and the quick flex wall was imagined before the pandemic, so it's fit really nicely.
It sounds like there was no one more prepared
Yep.
to do this
Than Vari.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I still work with clients, even some as big as Charles Schwab, and they don't, I get the, this is way too good to be true. What do you mean you don't have installation cost? Or what? Like, what do you mean the price is the price? All I have to do is build some walls. I don't have to grab a permit. Nope. And like enterprise-sized companies are like, wow, how come I didn't know about Vari doing it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the bike rack. You have the bike racks
I'm
now.
looking at that. That's great.
Incredible. Yeah, so if you're a biker, which obviously I encourage, yeah, that would be nice to have that in your office. And I guess that can mount on either side.
It can.
Right.
So we've got a standing height square table here. So you get the option to sit and stand again. And like I said, every single one of these products is in stock and ready to ship.
So just to confirm, everything we've seen here, chairs, couches, stools, everything's there.
Everything is Vari except the millwork counter over there.
That's incredible.
Everything is Vari.
Yeah, you completely outfit your office with all Vari products.
And our usual install timeline. So let's say that one of your clients had this set up at home and was like, I want to be able to provide my employees with the same experience that I have. From the first phone call through design, whether you're doing 10,000 feet or one private office, is usually 28 days. From product arriving on site to the first time I hear from you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's incredible, especially if you're trying to do something with a larger office.
Exactly. Exactly. It's incredible.
I don't know anyone else who would be able to compete with that.
There's no one. I'm from this industry. I'm telling you, even my first project, I was like, even I think this is too good to be true. This is awesome. I just feel so fortunate to be in the Vari team and help people like your clients have access to furniture that works for them at an affordable price and a great experience.
Clients here. Well, this is also.
Oh, the lockers.
The lockers.
Miss the lockers. The lockers are also Vari product.
Wow.
Okay. Yep.
Very
Pretty
sweet.
straightforward. We've got
So you have everything you need to really stock your office.
right there. Yep. Even these on the side. So this is kind of one of our we don't talk about this all the time. And when I bring it up in the cost, the price point, it's one of the best products we have, I think.
So what is the price of the whiteboard?
It is $595 for the moving glass board. Some of them can go as high as $3,000.
Yeah, that's incredible. Especially to have it on wheels where it's easily movable.
Exactly. Exactly. And then they can move this around their offices.
Yeah.
Again, flexibility is the flexibility, activity within the workplace, transparency. That's kind of the Vari model.
I can see that for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate the board. Thank you so much
Is
for
there
having us here
yeah,
today.
is there anything else you'd like to see?
I mean, I think we just about covered everything. Thank you so much. I
What an
appreciate
exciting
the
time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this is not the end. We're going to be talking all the time.
There you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed kind of being able to go on a tour with us there. Again, I cannot speak highly enough about Megan. She was fantastic giving us the tour. She was very hospitable, very genuine. So she's a fantastic sales rep. Here's some pictures from the rest of our trip up there. We, had to go in and do some sightseeing. And that's all for today. Thanks.